I'm Sadie, and one day I'll go into the wild to study bugs and animals and weird microbes that devour entire towns. But for now, I've got my eye on the strange specimens in my own life, watching them all do what comes naturally. The same way wind and rain erode the Scarborough Bluffs, little arguments sure can eat away at a friendship.
Oh, come on! Not a chance. Sadie Hawthorne does not salsa. Maybe not yet you don't, but lucky for you, the club even gives lessons. Aha! So you admit I can't dance. Come on, it'll be fun. Define fun. Sadie, how many documentaries have we watched about the sex life of dung beetles? But you won't salsa with me? See, the difference is all that nature stuff is actually fun. Maybe when we were little, but not anymore. Come on, just salsa with me. We can meet people and shake our groove, thanks. No, see, I was tragically born without a groove thing. Can't. So, you won't do this one thing for me? No, not this one thing. Fine, then you have your fun and I'll have mine. Gotta go. Margaret?
As Margaret walked away, I couldn't help wondering, was our friendship eroding too?
What's wrong, Sadie? Don't you like my tofu surprise?
There's tofu in here?
Surprise!
It's good, Mom. Thanks.
Did I miss something?
Sadie and Margaret had a monster fight on the phone. I think they're gonna break up.
How?
See, Margaret called Sadie a nature geek who's quote dragging her down, and then Sadie got mad, and then Margaret just what? And then Margaret actually hung up the phone right in her face. I was shocked.
Have you been listening in on my phone conversations again?
Every day since the cable went out.
Well, for the record, it's no big deal. People grow apart, and their whole idea of fun changes from perfectly reasonable things to stupid dancing things, but so what? Change is good. Change is natural, in theory.
But you and Margaret have been friends since daycare. Was it that big of a fight?
Well, you can't fight nature, right? So I just need to find somebody else to laugh with and to do stuff with. How hard can it be?
30% of your grade. So pair up and spend the rest of the period working up a topic.
So, Rain, do you want to be my partner?
Well, actually, I was thinking of, yeah, great partners.
So, what are we doing?
Huh?
Well, I hope you're thinking spiders, because I'm thinking spiders.
You like spiders? I thought all you cared about was guys. And crushing them. Publicly.
Well, guys, sure, but who doesn't like spiders? These are just the regular ones. But I was thinking we could go even cooler, like black widows.
Really?
Yeah, I think I could get one. Maybe even two. And then we could watch the female devour the male. Wouldn't that be so cool?
Yeah.
I have so many ideas. Let's get together after school, okay?
Okay.
Cutting edge, that's what we need to be.
Cutting edge as in dissection?
Cutting edge as in a new species. We could cross two animals, like a snake and a beaver. And we'd get a furry, dam-building predator with venomous front teeth. I'll call it a sneaver.
Uh-huh. Or we could do something sane.
It's hard to believe that both those are dogs.
I know. It's like they're completely different animals. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
If you're thinking hybrid mutant pooches, then I am.
Almost. How about designer dogs?
I like it.
Yeah, it's gotta be way better than what Sadie's doing.
cool. Don't you love the way they move?
This is amazing. I never would have thought you were so into this stuff.
Well, I don't advertise it. I do have a reputation to consider. But my weekends are all about going out, shopping, and turning over dead logs to look at bugs.
No way. I thought I was the only one who did that.
So what are you doing after school tomorrow? Can we work on our project a little more? Maybe at your place.
Some more? Sure, of course we can. Spiders. Hanging out with Chelsea made me realize a hard thing. At the beginning of our friendship, Margaret and I had a lot in common, like 2 little spider eggs. But somewhere along the way, we'd hatched into 2 really different creatures. Margaret had turned into more of a jumping spider who liked to dance, while I'd turned into more of a 6-eyed crab spider who didn't. Lucky for me, I'd found somebody new to hang out with. Somebody like me. I hardly even missed Margaret.
The Saint Bernoodle.
No.
No? The Chihuahua?
No.
Pomeranian?
No. I can't decide. What do you think?
That's why I saved the best for last. May I present the Rottweiler?
Oh, it's so cute.
And it could rip your ankles off.
I think we found our project.
Okay, Hi.
Hi.
So, how's the project going?
Great. Rain and I are having so much fun. Aren't we, Rain?
Yeah, sure are.
You know, it makes a huge difference working with someone who understands what fun really is.
Yeah, no kidding. Chelsea and I were just saying that. Isn't that right, Chels?
Oh, yeah. Nature is way more fun when you have a partner who loves it as much as you do.
Is there something going on here that I should know?
Well, we have to get going. So much fun to be had. Don't want to miss any of it, like I usually do.
Exactly what I was thinking. Come on, Chels.
Right, so that's 1 micro-injector.
Hey, partner, ready to...
An RNA tissue isolation bench, an auto incubator, a tub of resuspension solution, and a couple of stirry sticks. Perfect. Just one more thing. Do you guys sell Rottweiler jeans?
Rottweiler jeans? You're kidding me, right?
Of course not. We have to isolate the Rottweiler genes, then combine them with the Chihuahua DNA.
Rain, are you nuts?
What's the problem?
They're both dogs, you dope. You don't need to combine anything except them. You get it? You just have to get them to, you know, and then, you know.
Oh, I knew that.
Ta-da! Luxury accommodations for our new tenant, complete with sand, rocks, and a hollowed-out branch.
That's nice. What's it for?
The Black Widow.
Oh, right. That. See, I meant to talk to you about that. My, contact kind of fell through.
Fell through? When?
A while back.
Well, what are we gonna do? We can't do a spider project without a spider.
Oh, I'm not worried. You'll think of something. So, this is where Hal writes his songs?
We could switch to bees, I guess. You know Hal's songs?
Yeah, I saw his band last Friday. He's really cute.
Hal is not cute. Except maybe in some perverse way, like the way the baby wombat is cute.
Okay, everybody out. I feel an idea coming on.
That usually means gas. Leave your stuff. Exit quickly.
You don't remember me, do you? I'm Chelsea.
I'm Hal.
And I'm clueless.
Hey, could you...
Suddenly, I realized why Chelsea wanted to pair up in the first place. She wasn't into spiders. She wasn't into dead logs. She was into Hal. I can't believe it. Chelsea and Hal?
So you saw my band, huh? What was your favorite song?
The one you sang.
But I sing all of them.
Uh-huh.
Chelsea spun her little web of deceit just to get close to Hal. And I was dumb enough to get tangled up in it. Now I had no project, no science partner, and no best friend. My only consolation was that Chelsea would do with Hal what Chelsea always did with guys. Eat them alive. Just like the Black Widow. Which means maybe I had a science project after all. Female consumption of the male in the animal kingdom. Let's watch.
Let's watch what?
Nothing. Go back to your food.
My what?
Look, come on, let's get out of here.
I know just where we can go, too.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Meet Nibbles.
Meet Peanut.
Do you think they're gonna like each other?
Yeah, maybe for lunch.
They just need to get to know each other. That's all. Nibbles easy.
And how we're gonna make that happen?
Don't worry. I have a plan.
Sure, okay.
They're shopping? Oh man, I give Hal like 3 minutes to live.
So what do you think?
Nah, those earrings are heinous.
What? I wore those here. I was talking about the necklace.
So was I. Look, check it out. Before, after. Before, after. Get it? It's like one of those diet ads.
Yeah, let's just do this.
Whoa, what's wrong? What did I say?
Oh my gosh. When I ask you if this jacket makes me look hippie, you're not supposed to say yes.
I thought you meant like the 60s. You know, like hippies.
And dinner time, come and get him.
You have something on your... Never mind. Wanna go get food? Hungry?
I'm always hungry. You treat?
Oh wow, this is so great. She's still playing with her food. When she finally chows down, it's gonna be spectacular. Female consumption of the male in the animal kingdom. There she is, building her web. And there she is ensnaring her victim. And I'll save this space for one of Hal with 2 small puncture wounds where she sucks all the liquid out of him and leaves him trapped on his back with his feet in the air. This is an awesome project. Margaret's gonna love it. Or I'll just enjoy it. By myself. Alone.
It's not working.
I know. Winnie Lorraine. Come on. It worked in the movie.
That was a cartoon. What are we gonna do?
Rain, are you ready to go?
Not quite.
Mrs. Papadakis, do you know anything about dog breeding? These two just don't seem interested.
Well, in your typical boy meets girl story, it helps if one is a girl.
You mean...
You know, sitting on the porch thinking sure is fun. No distractions, no pesky social engagements. I should do it more often. Like, every day from now on, because I don't have a best friend anymore. Even though we drifted apart, I really missed Margaret.
Bye, Chelsea. Bye, Mrs. Hawthorne. So what do you think?
Saturday? Well, me and the guys were gonna go gorge on some free samples at Costco. Why?
Oh, well, just because there's this hot salsa club I know.
No kidding. I love hot salsa.
You do? That's so great. You're gonna love this then. I'll see you tomorrow.
Did I hear that right? You like salsa?
Well, yeah, I can go for some salsa right now. Can you believe they have whole clubs for this stuff?
You mean you actually think?
We got any chips left?
Wow, this was like instant karma for listening to my phone calls. Hal's salsa dip, salsa dancing confusion was gonna make a giant mess out of this date. Man, this was a moment only Margaret could appreciate. But just because we drifted apart didn't mean we couldn't bond over this, right? Yeah.
No. No? No? How can you say that? Think about it. Hungry Hal. Reputation-conscious Chelsea. When Hal inevitably pulls one of his Hal moves, she's gonna go nuts. Can't you see how fun this is gonna be?
Objectively, I can see that, yes.
Plus, we'll be at the salsa club, just like you wanted.
That's true too.
So what do you say now?
No.
But why?
Because it's too little, too late. The only reason you're doing this is because Chelsea dumped you and now you don't have the best friend.
No, it's not. I admit it. I know I thought we had nothing in common, but we do. Like my brother's spectacular flameout, which we can't miss. Come on, Margaret. You said some things, I said some things, but can't we just make up?
So you're actually going to salsa with me?
Uh-huh.
With me? Out on the dance floor in front of everyone?
Is that really necessary? I mean, I'll be at the club with you and I'll watch. It's pretty good, right?
No, Sadie, it's not.
Fine. Is all this us?
Yeah. The way things have been going, I thought maybe it was time to put them all away. Move on.
That's when it hit me. Margaret and I may be really different. Jumping spider and six-eyed crab spider different. But she'd always met me more than halfway. She camped for me. She slogged through mud and sand for me. She got in poison ivy how many times? But she put up with all of it and hardly ever complained. And all she wanted was for me to make a jerk of myself for an hour on a dance floor. Suddenly, even that didn't seem like enough.
Okay, listen. I have a proposal.
I wish I wanted to hear it.
I'll go to the club with you. I'll dance. In public. I'll be really bad, which means it might not be such a bad idea to take some lessons. Maybe we could do that on Saturday afternoons. You know, instead of catching bugs.
So what are we waiting for?
And so we went to the salsa club. There were two really enthusiastic salsa instructors and a super cheesy band shaking its maracas for the all-ages crowd. And believe it or not, there was me, Sadie Hawthorne, salsa-ing. It was embarrassing. It was hilarious. But most of all, I have to admit, it was fun. Especially when Hal showed up and realized that something wasn't quite right. The look on Hal's face was priceless. And listen to this.
Where's the dip?
Meaning the salsa for his chips, and then Chelsea said.
There is no dip. Come on, let's dance.
And then Hal said.
Dance? I'm not going anywhere until I get the dip.
And then Margaret said.
Popcorn?
And then Chelsea freaked.
You said you'd salsa, Hal Hawthorne. Now shake it.
And then Hal did the thing we all knew he would. He crossed the line. Spectacularly.
You shake it, you're the one with the hips, hippie.
And then Chelsea did this thing that was so amazing.
You hairy-nostriled armpit boy. You want salsa? I'll give you salsa, and I like mine chunky.
And then Hal said. And then Margaret said.
We've got a great project going here, Sadie. So Black Widow.
And if anyone asks, that's why Margaret's my best friend. So when the female devours the male, it's not only a unique trait of an unusually aggressive species, it's also pretty funny.
I'm not okay with this.
You will be when you get an A.
Rain and Margaret, how goes the breeding experiment?
It's not. We had a few technical difficulties. We're gonna have to rethink our approach.
Okay.
Miss Maslow. Oh, excuse me.
I already have. I figure mixing just 2 breeds is for amateurs.
Just 2 breeds? So that means you want to...
Yep. May I present the Cockapoodle Peekapoo?
Yeah. Why don't you team up with Chelsea for that one?
She loves naturey stuff.
Beware of the Black Widow.
Chelsea and Rain.